Dirty Emily. Trevor the traction engine was chuffing happily around the vicarage orchard. The sun shone, the birds sang, and Emily was puffing up to him. Trevor was pleased to see her.
"Good morning, Trevor,"
whistled Emily.
"You look very excited about something."
"I am," said Trevor. "Look!" Emily looked and saw some people digging holes in the ground.
"What's happening?"
asked Emily. "The vicar is having some new flower beds put in," explained Trevor. "There's going to be loads of different flower beds in the vicarage. The school children are coming over to have a go at planting them." Emily was very impressed. She liked flowers and was very excited to hear this. "The vicar is going to be busy," said Trevor. Then Emily had an idea.
"Can I help out, please?"
she asked. Her driver and fireman spoke to the vicar, and they agreed. "I'll telephone the fat controller and check with him," said the vicar. The fat controller was having tea and reading his timetables when he got the call. The vicar explained the situation. "That's fine by me," said the fat controller. "Emily is not very busy today, so she can help you out with the flower beds." The vicar soon returned and told Emily what the fat controller had said. Emily was very pleased. "Now, Emily," said the vicar, "you must go to the Sodal Garden Centre at Cronk and collect the soil for the flower beds."
"Yes, sir,"
said Emily. "You must also collect the flowers from there as well," finished the vicar. "Jack the front loader will be waiting for you there." "Don't worry," said Emily's driver. "We'll make sure everything is under control." "Good luck, Emily," whistled Trevor. And Emily puffed away to the Sodal Garden Centre. Emily had never been to the garden centre before, and she was looking forward to seeing the flowers. Emily had collected some trucks from the next station and was soon on her way. On her way she passed Henry taking on water. Henry was going to help Murdoch with some heavy trucks. "What a busy day it is for me," he sighed.
"It's a great day for me,"
smiled Emily.
"I'm going to the garden centre."
She told Henry all about the vicar's new flower beds he was putting in. "That's great," said Henry. "The flower beds will look great in the vicarage orchard." "Come along, Henry," called his driver. "Time we're on our way." But Henry didn't know that the fireman had forgotten to take the hose out of Henry's tender. And as Henry started to puff away, there was a loud pop. The hose flew out of Henry's tender and water poured all over Emily. "Whoa, Henry!" called the driver. "Stop!" Henry came to a stop, and he was surprised. Emily was covered from buffer to cab in water. Henry couldn't help but laugh. "You won't need a wash down now," he chuckled.
"This isn't funny,"
fumed Emily.
"Being sprayed with water is not a nice surprise. Please clean me."
"No time, Emily," called her driver. "The flowers and soil are waiting for us." Emily fumed crossly away, leaving Henry chuckling still.
"Maybe seeing the flowers will cheer me up,"
thought Emily. The Sodal Garden Centre was a very busy place. It was full of visitors and delivery lorries. There was even a big greenhouse at the back. Visitors brought flowers, soil, seeds and flower pots for the flowers to go into. Emily puffed into the station platform where Jack was waiting for her. "Hello, Emily!" cheered Jack. "I'm Jack the front loader. Miss Jenny has asked me to help out while the forklifts are being mended."
"Where are the flowers?"
asked Emily. "Over here," said Jack, and he showed her all of them. There were sunflowers, daffodils, dandelions, bluebells, and even roses. They looked very pretty. Emily smiled with pride.
"They're beautiful,"
she sighed. "Right, let's get the soil loaded," said the porter. "Leave it to me," called Jack. Jack picked up some big sacks of soil. "Hold it," called the workman. But Jack had problems of his own. The sacks were very heavy, and he was trying to lift his bucket. Jack moved inch by inch towards Emily. "You're going to drop them," shouted the porter. "Put them down," shouted Emily's fireman. But Jack didn't hear them. Then it happened. Jack was so close to Emily that he didn't hear Gordon racing towards him. Gordon raced past Emily and made everyone jump. Jack was so
surprise, he raced forward and jumped his bucket. Sacks flew into the air, and with a rip the sacks split open and soil poured out all over Emily.
Whack! She coughed. She was very cross. The garden centre manager came to see what had happened. She was surprised when she saw Emily covered in soil. "Jack," she said sternly, "did you try loading the bags into the trucks?" "I'm sorry, Mrs. Barry," sighed Jack sadly. "I only wanted to help." "The sacks are very heavy," said Mrs. Barry.
"You need to lift a couple at a time, and not so many at the same time."
"Yes, ma'am," said Jack. "I'm very sorry, Emily."
"Just be more careful in future,"
said Emily. It took a long time to clear up the mess. Workmen cleared what soil they could, but some soil just wouldn't come off. Emily didn't like this at all. Luckily they cleared the soil out of Emily's whistle, and the driver tested it to make sure it was working. After a long while, the sacks of soil and the crates of flowers were loaded into the trucks.
"On your way, please, Emily," said Mrs. Barry. "I'll telephone the vicar to let him know you're coming." "I'm on my way,"
said Emily, but she was still upset about being covered in soil. She puffed away, feeling very uncomfortable. Emily puffed along the line towards the vicar's orchard, but she was worried.
"Everyone will laugh when they see me,"
she moaned. Sure enough, when Emily came to a junction, she saw Donald and Douglas there. They were taking workmen to repair Edward's branch line. They laughed out loud. "Okay," laughed Donald. "Have you ever seen a filthy engine?" "Never in my Highland years," chuckled Douglas. Emily felt very silly, but her driver spoke to her. "Don't listen to them," he said. "You're doing your best and that's all you can do." Emily sighed as she puffed away. She was worried about what the vicar was going to say.
"I'm sure he will be cross,"
she said to herself. The vicar was waiting. He was very concerned. So was Trevor. Then they heard a whistle coming from behind. It was Emily.
She puffed in, tired but triumphant.
"You made it," cheered Trevor. "Well done," smiled the vicar. Emily felt pleased, but she was still unhappy. The soil and flowers were unloaded, and soon the school children were planting the flowers and spreading the soil into the ground. "Look at that," said Trevor. "The children are having loads of fun." And for the first time all afternoon, Emily smiled. She enjoyed seeing the flower beds being filled with flowers. Just then James arrived. He gasped when he saw Emily.
"What happened to you, Emily?"
he laughed.
"Trying to spot a gardening, have you?"
Emily sighed. She didn't want to be teased anymore. Then Thomas arrived with the fat controller. Emily's boiler quivered. What would he say about the accident? But the fat controller was smiling. "You did very well to get the vicar's flowers and soil here, Emily," he said.
"Yes, sir,"
said Emily. She was unhappy with herself, though. "But you have worked well today, and you didn't let the accident stop you from making your delivery," the fat controller continued. "So I have decided to reward you with a new coat of paint." "Well done, Emily," whistled Thomas. Emily was so happy her smile stretched from side to side. And even though she was covered in water and soil, she felt really useful indeed.
"Dirty Emily has done it again,"
she chuckled to herself.